I lost myself for a second there. I was just thinking, yeah, let's just keep listening to this.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, man, that was some Dust Brothers mixes from before Paul's Boutique, where we had talked in our Beastie Boys saga about how Paul's Boutique was essentially all pre-made by the Dust Brothers, and they just showed up and said, "Let us put rhymes on these." Turns out, savvy move when you suddenly explode overnight and are huge like Madonna. Hi, Bonnie. How are you? Oh yeah, no, you cannot because there. How about now? Wait, oh, you have yourself muted. Ha ha.
Hello. I just got to
Welcome
remember.
to Savvy Tech Support.
I got to remember that I'm only on when I'm depressed.
Wait, what?
This button needs to be depressed.
I see.
Hello.
Hi, Justin.
Hi.
Friday.
I don't
Another
have
one in the
that
banks.
Diamond Club shirt. That's very nice.
Yeah, I don't even know where they come from at this point. Like, there's like some old ones that I kind of wish I had back, but at a certain point, even with your own merch, you gotta clear your house, or else it's just nothing but your own stuff. And then you're like, am I just the guy who, like, do I care about my life and career, or am I just wearing a bunch of my own stuff? Like, that is
I mean,
that's a unique situation.
when you squint the right amount, and I mean, what's the difference, right? I mean, yeah, like you're awesome. I mean, it's like the worst possible case is your Chris Angel, and the best possible case is your who's somebody awesome that wears all their own merch. You.
Well, there's a difference. There's a difference if like you have a line, right? If you like make a fashion thing and you're wearing all your own stuff, then that almost feels like eating your own dog food. And then also the other side of it is that like I often don't want to throw away shirts because 99% of them were either directly like handmade and handed to me, or were made like
by
you know
a fan, designed by a fan.
Everything was made and designed by a fan,
Yeah.
right? You know, so it's like I always feel bad because I'll look at shirts and I'll be like, man, I just got to get shit out of my life. Like I just need more space for stuff. And I'm like, I just can't. I know I'll regret it. This is maybe what hoarders. This is like the defining canonical thought of a hoarder.
Well, you just got to pick it up and say, "Are you bringing me joy?"
Oh, Justin,
I could
you've watched all that stuff,
I could
right?
Marie Kondo. I mean, I couldn't get past the first episode. Yeah, I mean, not to say that it was bad. I just couldn't like. It did not spark joy for me. Like I
Yeah,
can
right?
understand its worth, but I just couldn't handle the like trying to overlay the extreme home makeover reality tropes over somebody that like obviously is very charismatic in her own way, but language barriers kind of an issue. Like I don't know. It was simultaneously like not reality TV show enough and also too reality television show for me.
Right. I enjoyed her book, and well, I listened to the audiobook, and really the two things, it boils down to two phrases, and it's does it spark joy? And if it doesn't, but it used to, and that's where we get trapped into keeping things, is that it used to,
Yeah.
but it doesn't currently. So what you do is you thank it for its service. So you're like, thank you. You brought me joy. And then you release it in some fashion, like either recycle it or let somebody else have it.
I don't care for that because it makes something too final in that moment. It makes more of that moment than I think it should be. I actually like your solution from 10 years ago, which is, okay, if the reason this is still here is because every time you see it, you think about an awesome time, then take a picture of it and then throw it away. And then so like don't even acknowledge that you're throwing it away. Just say like, you're here to make me think of that time with that thing. Here, I have a picture of you now. I don't need you. And then down, and granted, we all know you're never going to see that picture again because it's buried in the dustbin of history in the iCloud or whatever. But eventually, like, you know, an AI will figure out which of these things you really care about.
Right. There are a few items that bring some memories to me. So I do have like a little grouping of things that I like to hold from like my childhood or, throughout my years. But I kind of make sure that, hey, this is representing a time. I make sure it's small and I can fix it into just like one little box that can go with me to the nursery home.
Nursery home, where you become
Yeah.
a plant.
I know. So I can go, I can take that little thing and then, it's like sensory stuff. Like maybe it has a smell or a certain feel or color that you can't really get once colors move on. Because there are some beiges that only exist from like the 70s,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely need to. I gotta get rid of a bunch of stuff. I just have too many T-shirts. Maybe I should just do a wholesale like wardrobe rebrand. Maybe I should just only wear capes.
Like my kids. You gonna steal their thunder? No. Like
Is that? Oh, I didn't know I was swagger jacking the kids.
Swagger jacking.
Who only wears a cape?
Oh, Penny has been trying to. Actually, she's been trying to bring
Cloaks, not capes.
cloaks.
It's not
Yeah,
a cape.
not a
It's a
cape.
cloak.
Cloaks back for a good 3 years or so. She's
No,
committed.
longer than that,
Jeez.
man. I mean, she bought the cloak shortly after, maybe a year after Patrick Rothfuss made her cry. God, best memory of my entire life. I hope Patrick Rothfuss becomes more famous than J.R.R. Tolkien, so I can totally just remember that moment. So
oh
good.
my god!
I mean, it's already your favorite. Like, where would it go from number one?
Well, it's
It'll
it's
become
like,
other
it's,
people's favorites.
It would be it would
Oh,
be
it's just more relevant for you to tell the story. and
Exactly.
people aren't like,
Exactly.
who?
It's like an investment in the stock market. It's a stock exploding. It's like
Gotcha.
the what's the meme stock market on Reddit, where it's like you buy.
Oh, meme economy.
Yeah, there it is.
Mm.
That's what it is.
That's not. It's not what I was promised. That subreddit.
Is
I
it
wanted
good or
new
bad?
memes.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just kind of like another place where people just post okay memes. I might be also a little salty because I posted a meme to one of my favorite subreddits is history memes.
Yep.
And I posted one and it just totally flopped. Like it
Right.
got a few upvotes, but it was just not
Oh, here we go.
not what I wanted.
History memes. All right, what are we looking for? Little Justin R. Young in here.
Oh, I mean, you could probably search for it, sure. And I'm sure I mean, there's a million reasons why. Like, and this gets into like subreddit drama that like, oh, the only things that are upvoted are like the Greeks were gay jokes and Hitler killed himself jokes, and like there's like these certain things that like are always kind of rewarded, and so.
What should I be searching for here?
Oh, I mean, to find the thing that I put up.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I'll find it and I'll just send you a link. I would have
Okay.
no idea how to have a stranger find it.
Hey, Brushwood.
Yeah.
Can I see the monitor?
What do you want? Oh,
Are you able
you
to
want me
hit
to
the-
turn on monitors?
Yeah.
TikTok while Justin searches for a thing and Brian turns on monitor. That means
never
you have to
mind.
keep the conversation afloat. Go.
Okay, so today my media challenge was to make a studio visit around the property, and I'm
You gave a tour?
yeah, I
A
gave
virtual tour?
a virtual tour of my use of the space. So I'm just like, yeah, I get this leftover place and I get this leftover place. No, it's I feel very lucky to have a corner of the soundstage because it's air conditioned and Brian is so generous with the AC.
All right. Oh, you mean in the soundstage?
Yes, in the soundstage. Like I over at the previous place where I was making my Clazy days, it was 80. At 80, but it had a fight to get to 80. So it could
Oh,
get,
it was battling. It was battling to get to 80.
Right.
Like
Oh.
it was like
Yeah, and along that line, like with 2,000-pound AC units, and it being one giant insulated box. I mean, granted, there's no insulation on the garage doors, and they're like radiators or whatever. But it's like you press the "Make the World Acceptable" button, And even though it's like 90 degrees outside, within like 5 minutes, it's 68 degrees in that soundstage.
It's amazing.
Nice.
And Brian really pushed that along, so it'd be nice and comfortable for all our guests during the Founders.
Yeah.
That's why we did it.
Yeah, we were trying to make everybody nice and happy. And
It'll be there eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually it'll happen.
Okay, Bonnie, will
Yes.
you explain to me this hot history meme I just found on /r/history
oh my gosh!
memes?
Well, can you scroll it down a little bit? I can't see the full thing.
Okay, well,
I see-
read the headline.
I'm reading James Hewitt after secretly getting Princess Diana pregnant with Prince Harry in 1984,
Okay.
and it's a child holding a what is that? A 3?
Yeah, the
Bulls.
sign is not important.
Oh, the sign's not important. So this kid with this, aggressively cheering
yelling.
it on.
Yeah.
Says, "Don't take it personally, Charles." I think it's maybe the implication that Diana raped a child that maybe didn't.
Jesus
What
Christ.
the fuck?
Like that might be why people didn't upvote it.
That Diana raped a child?
Well, I
Wait.
mean, maybe he wanted it, but like, what is that child doing with?
She is immediately assuming that this is a depiction of the person that
Of
Diana had
James
sex.
Hewitt.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah, gotcha. That James Hewitt was a kid.
Yeah.
Maybe. Now, to be fair, I was betting on this meme format becoming more of a thing.
Single stills from what I assume is that ESPN documentary.
The Bulls documentary, and it was getting traction on like Twitter on Sunday. And so I'm like, oh, this might be a hot Reddit meme format. Like, don't take it personally, blank, or whatever, right? Like, think of all the million things. But I was like, don't take it personally, Charles. Like, what's a thing I could do with just that? And it's like, oh, there's like the rumors that Prince Harry was not the son of Prince Charles, but rather was like this other dude, which is why he has like flaming red hair and nobody else in that family has red hair except for this dude who had an affair with Princess Diana.
Yeah,
But I guess if you think that Princess Diana raped a child, I probably wouldn't upvote it neither.
Yeah, I think it was a little confusing in the respect, like you want to ascribe the person to the picture and link those. Although that's not how memes work. I know
It's not
but-
how memes work, but
Yeah.
it's like that. There is like the history memes thing is like I am pretty well versed on history, and I don't get half the jokes. Like half the jokes
Oh,
are like,
yeah.
oh,
So
I
that's
guess-
part
I
of
guess
the bit.
Turks
Is,
conquered Croatia.
Yeah,
Let me look that up.
so that's part of the bit is that you do intentionally super deep cuts, and you feel completely amazing for figuring it out.
But yeah, so that was there. So now I'm salty, and I'll just fucking do another meta meme on history memes about how they only upvote Greeks were gay jokes.
So Prince Harry
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
is not a prince anymore, or is he a prince? Or like, are we talking some
He's the
royal?
He's the monarch formerly known as a prince.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know
Hadn't
what
he
the deal is
renounced
there.
and moved out with his flaming red hair? By the way, he's so cute. He's adorable with that red hair.
He's, yeah. Well, he was the party boy, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
he
yeah.
was the
Didn't they
one-
call him a hairy pothead or something?
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
That sounds like some shit that would be written in a tabloid.
Well-
All right, yeah, he's still a prince, but he's not using the title. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm more well versed on it since I watched season 1 of The Crown.
Okay.
They
Well,
take that shit seriously.
Is that reality?
If I
the
could throw a
Crown?
curveball into this, somebody in the
Oh.
chat said, "Can we please talk about this?" And he handed a link, and I don't know what we're about to see, which is always terrifying
Oh my god,
territory.
I do know this. Oh, also, Brian,
Yes.
I'm going to blow your fucking mind
Oh, great.
after we watch this.
Okay, so
all
we
right?
should
Oh,
watch this. Okay.
okay.
So
We should watch this and just know that it's a commercial.
Yep.
and I will tell you when to pause.
Okay.
And at that point, both of you are going to have to tell me what you believe this commercial is for.
Oh,
if
cool.
anyone ruins it in the chat, I'm going to ban you permanently.
Okay, got it. So the tweet from Bara Godzilla says, "I'm losing my mind. There's no way you're going to be able to predict what this ad is trying to sell you. Finally, now more than ever, women can buy our product." 1.6 million views. Looks like it was posted today, just minutes ago, or 12 hours ago. All right, here we go. Women hold just 10% of all patented inventions. Show woman doing an invention. Fortunately, most young girls are
I
unaware
think if you
of
look
that
around at so many of the technologies that are available today, there's so many brilliant female minds that are behind it. A lot of times when people think about our worlds, you think that all the knowledge has already been acquired, or how can you further it?
Terrarium
But that's
or
when
ant farm
inventors
or
come
something
into
being
play.
made.
They constantly push the boundaries of what we think is possible.
It's important to imagine things that don't exist yet because you see the possibility for things to happen.
Woman in a lab.
You kind of let
Washing a
your
beaker.
brain be free. Who knows, maybe you can actually make it something real.
Well, they
Back
look
in the
like
old
teenagers, like
They all do look pretty young.
young, like
yep,
I would
yep,
say
that's
like
true.
16 to
All
20.
right, so now we are about halfway through.
Uh-huh.
What are your guesses as to what this is an ad for?
It feels like scholarships or something. Maybe some kind of product with a pro-social agenda for educating and empowering young women in STEM. Feels like a STEM thing.
Yeah. See, my guess through this point was like a gas company, like an Exxon or
Yeah,
something like that.
we have a fund. Like
I know.
You
Yeah.
know? What do you know?
It's gotta be hair shampoo.
No way.
That's
Okay.
my
Well,
prediction.
all right. Everyone's locked in. Go,
Okay.
go.
Days, women were in the kitchen, women looked pretty on the stage, but now women and girls are building things.
We're definitely seeing.
So I
them
thought, why not
Voltmeter
I
and
be the
Project
change that I want
Box.
to see in the world? My name's Ava, I'm 16, and I'm from Ireland.
Good catch on the 16.
Uh-huh.
No, yeah. No, keep going. I'll
I'm
tell you when to
working
pause.
on an invention that detects the amount of harmful dyes in soft drinks and sweets.
My name is Gitanjali. I'm 13 years old, and my invention helps detect lead in drinking water.
Did she say blood in drinking water?
She did. Keep going.
My name is
Whoa.
Sophia. I'm 16 years old, and I'm working on an invention to detect sinkholes before they collapse.
What's this?
All right, pause.
Okay.
Final guesses. What is this an ad for?
Oh my gosh.
I'm not looking at the chat.
Okay.
First of all, why are they all 16?
Because this is like an
The
educational
future.
tool, is
The
what I'm saying.
future. Women, the girls don't know the boundaries that have been put on women historically.
Girls are too dumb to know that they were told that they belong in the kitchen.
They're
Oh
too
my God.
optimistic.
Oh,
They're too
got it. Okay.
optimistic.
No.
Too ignorant.
Listen, you know, you guys laughed that off, but I seriously wanted to go into the sciences, and when I
Oh
looked
no,
at
no,
we go.
it's
I
it's an actual
fully-
known phenomenon. Is
Yeah.
that
All right.
and there have been tests where it's like girls tend to do better until they're told even about the stereotype of boys and girls being differently.
Okay, this
able
is
to
all a
act.
good conversation that we can have. I swear to God, I don't want you guys to be ruined. But
Okay.
please make guesses. Please make guesses.
okay, I'm gonna.
I'm gonna say a project kit of some variety.
I want
A
to say
project
Project Kid. I want to say Crayola something or another.
Crayola, great one. Okay, here we go.
That's why we created boxes being opened. Mom and Dad are there. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Ms. Monopoly in the most panderingest box you could fucking imagine.
I hate it.
Oh my fucking Christ, is this the most insulting dog shit? Oh my God.
That
A game that was
is-
originally built not to show how everybody could accrue wealth by investing in themselves, but instead how only capitalism causes people to crush all those and ruin friendships. What the fuck is this?
I'm not happy. I am unhappy with that reveal. So sorry, Ms. Monopoly. You're not gonna just like get my money because you make it pink, right?
Oh,
I
I'm
mean-
sorry. I'm sorry, Bonnie. I thought you were against the patriarchy, but apparently you don't want to buy Miss Monopoly.
No, you know what? There's kind of a cute thing going around, which maybe Scam Stuff wants to look into, but
Mr. Monopoly.
No,
It's
no.
an even manlier version. It's like, I'll buy Baltic Avenue and my balls are big. And then you get up to Boardwalk and it's just like, I piss on the homeless to prove I'm better.
oh my god.
Sorry, go ahead.
Anyways, there is a girl who created a deck of cards where the queens are equal to kings, and you can play it in a similar fashion. I think I love it because I think that's bullshit. Because kings are worth more than queens. So how do you play traditional games with all these established rules, where you take away the king and queens being?
How's that tea tasting, Kermit? I see
is
Justin shutting
that?
the fuck up.
Oh,
Oh, I wasn't listening. What'd you say?
Look, we could look at this, but games are built on different tokens having different values and
and this girl reimagined a way where the female token didn't have to be less than the male token.
okay, well,
So-
I'm sure Vegas is knocking down the door to break all the card games ever.
I think it's at least better than Ms. Monopoly. I mean, it wasn't pandering to a point of like that generally sucks to be like.
Hey,
okay,
also
we
in
have-
chess, the queen is already the best. Do we have to reimagine chess where the queen is equally vulnerable to the king? You have two kings you have to protect.
Well, maybe that's her next Indiegogo.
All right. Also, Miss Pac-Man is definitely better than Pac-Man. Pac-Man's a hot pile of garbage.
Oh, this is true.
Miss Pac-Man
I
is
think,
She
yeah,
really is.
compared. Yeah, that's definitely universally understood to be the better game.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah. So Miss Monopoly, but Brian,
I mean,
I'm
it
going
was a kit of some variety. Am I going to get this for my fucking kids to
No.
explain to them that they have their own separate category of success and that they're getting a crazy training wheels version, even if only a skin on it, that implies that
it's-
they're not already at the apex of achievement?
It's just like regular Monopoly, except it just has 1/4 of the board.
Oh, all right.
So
There
it
we
doesn't.
go.
You don't get to go all the way around. You don't just
No.
go back
It's a
and forth on
version
the,
of
the one
Monopoly
side.
that everybody starts, but about half decide they'd rather go have kids. Sorry. All right.
yeah, it's a
Ew.
regular. It's a regular game, but you can only play with your husband's permission.
It is okay. We have to.
But in
we're gonna
order-
get seriously in
In
trouble.
order to get all the way around the board, at the end you have to do a celebratory breaking the glass of the ceiling.
That's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't play it unless you punch through a pane of glass that
Yeah.
comes in with it.
Let's talk internet talk. I am suspicious of this post because it cuts off so abruptly. That makes me feel like certainly we're not getting the entire.
Oh, that there's another
Original intended story.
element.
I mean, what else is
And
there
that
to
and that
see?
maybe this is like for a grant and like
or even a parody thing, or like the next words out of their mouths is something that we
fuck
would
Miss
respect.
Monopoly. I want a college education.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I believe it's a
Hey.
real product. I don't believe that this is how they presented it by ending
no,
abruptly.
No. I think that this was built for Twitter. Brian,
Yes.
are you ready to have your mind blown?
Wait, that
He's
wasn't it.
always ready to
No.
have his.
I thought,
oh, you
I
said
thought we were
mine.
already there. Are you kidding me?
No. I made a discovery that if you have already made this discovery, then it will be double dumbass on me. But if I say Hey there up in the sky. What do you say?
I'm the yo-yo guy.
It's K-Strass, the yo-yo guy.
What if I were to tell you that you have followed and loved the work of K-Strass, the yo-yo guy?
I already do follow and love the work of K-Strass, the yo-yo guy, but I feel like you're about to reveal to me the identity of him under a name that I have not previously known. Oh my God, I really am about to have my mind blown. Wait a minute. Hold on. We were talking, he wasn't on Tiki Bar TV, was he?
Nope.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Nope. Even better.
Better?
Yeah.
What could be better?
Hey, Brian.
Yeah?
There's more than one kind of vampire.
Oh my God. Is he Colin Robinson?
He's Colin Robinson!
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my God, we have to see K-Strass right now. Right this fucking minute. Are you fucking kidding me?
How did you put that
It
together?
blew my mind today.
How did you figure it out? Oh my God, he's doing
We
the
all
bit.
know how important it is to be green and environmentally friendly, but how do you get your kids interested in this?
Well, Yo-Yo Master Kenny Strasser has an idea. He's visiting Madison schools
Oh
this week,
my God.
teaching
There
kids
he
about
is.
being green. Now, how do you combine going green with the yo-yo?
Oh my God.
Well,
Oh
first
my
thing,
God.
one of the things that we do is
He's doing
teach
the
the
bit.
kids about how recycling works
He's doing the
and
bit.
how
I
to recycle
love this
batteries.
guy.
Damn it.
You
I'm
know,
gonna blow my
and,
kids' minds.
honestly,
Much.
it's been kind of a struggle to get into some of the schools, but it's a shame because
He's feeding on
they
their
do,
energy
they pay
right
really
this
well,
moment.
But then when you get in, you need to, first thing you need to do is stop at the office,
Oh my
sign
God.
in, get a badge.
This was viral
not
marketing
like
10 years
Gunsmoke
ago.
badge.
Yeah.
Right, just your name,
Your name, and then the security guard will take you down to the auditorium, gymnasium, basically a room.
How did you get started to do something like this?
Well, you want to hear a scary story?
A brief?
Secret, scary, brain fart.
Oh
Scary story is basically at one time this saved my life. I was literally in the gutter, and it was.
Do you think they
gambling,
wrote the bit
drugs,
specifically?
Yes.
women
For having
lotto.
seen this?
Well,
So
that's
all
basically
right, here,
gambling.
but so I saw
Yeah,
this today.
By the way, we're at
because
100
he-
seconds.
because he, the actor K. Strauss, who now plays Colin Robinson on What We Do in the Shadows, the FX version, which is, maintains its insane pace. Like the quality they are on this season is just historic. But he tweeted that was the beginning of his career. He literally started doing those pranks, and that, I guess, got him. I looked back at his IMDb, and he'd done a bunch of like comedy work with like a fairly like well-respected comedy people. But then his big break was What We Do in the Shadows.
Drum roll first.
Yeah, so for the uninitiated, there's a show called What We Do in the Shadows about a bunch of vampires. The movie had 3 vampires. The TV show has 4 vampires, where they introduce somebody who's a psychic vampire or an energy vampire, and his name's Colin Robinson, and it's one of the most brilliant conceits of the entire show. Here's just a little bit to put it in context, and this is why our mind is blown, because he's literally doing exactly this.
No.
Nope.
Fine. I'll do my own.
So this is some promotional stuff.
I'm holding up a finger indicating to hold on a second. Feeling better now. I was a little sick this weekend. Hey, Don. Don.
Now, detailing, they go into your car and they get into the nooks and crannies. So if you don't want to have kids, then I would keep that phone in your pocket.
You know, I actually don't mind taking the bus. Everyone kind of focuses on the day part of Daywalker, but actually no one focuses on the walker part.
When it comes to zoning ordinances, I have a few thoughts.
Is this turkey cut freshly from the breast,
or is it a pre-processed roll?
All of our meats are actually freshly sliced.
I prefer the roll. I'm wearing a new cologne called Mr. Hijinks.
Okay, great. I'm
Aftershave. It's a cologne aftershave mix, and I found it in the bathroom at work.
Great. Can we just not talk about the cologne anymore?
Why would
please?
you
use a cologne? Shush!
To annoy you.
This building used to be owned by Hescherschmidt's Farrier. A farrier deals with equine foot care, kind of a Nike for horses.
Frankly, I would be flattered if witches collected my semen.
How's your night been, guys?
It's none of your business.
What?
How's your night been?
It's been fine.
Okay, good. Ours is too. You know,
Don't ruin it.
I wouldn't think of ruining it.
Thank you.
The great Genghis Khan
I knew it.
has over 16.
Anyway,
So-
Colin Robinson is amazing, and hearing the proto version of that. in there-
Looking the Grim Reaper in his eyes, and I was at a door, and it was locked, and I needed a key, and this was the doorknob, literally. And you know how when a drug addict
doorknob?
gives it their all? That's what I did with this.
Can you show us some of the cool tricks that you can do with it?
How about we show each other some tricks? So I'll go first.
I was gonna say, you first.
Okay, this is the simple up and down, and when I'm with students, what I say is, life has a lot of ups and downs, and
It totally just falls off. So
see, these yo-yos are great for the environment, not so great for yo-yos. This keeps happening to me.
Oh my gosh. He's just letting it
Okay,
sit
and how
while
many
he
schools will
winds
you
it
be
up.
visiting this week?
This week I am at Stoughton, and I'm going up to Milton also.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh
All right,
my
once again, he is
God.
visiting Madison schools this week. If you'd like more information on Kenny and being
Oh my
green,
God.
you can check out zimzaminc.com.
Zim Zam
It was 3 minutes of live television. Oh, that's amazing.
But, like the funny thing is, and I think this is part of the reason why it totally was disconnected, is that like him stammering at the beginning was really only the setup for the funniest part of that bit, which is him obviously having no yo-yo skills and just like fucking eating shit while all of these local television people like try to do their best to keep stuff afloat and keep it light, and they feel bad for him. Like that's always what I remembered, but it's so funny when you rewatch it now and you're like, no, the meat was him like just stammering and doing the most boring interview possible at the very beginning, because now that is like elevated to high art on What We Do in the Shadows.
So you would think that after seeing this, my respect for this actor, whose name I totally need to learn now, and possibly we need a book on a show, you would think that is the greatest leap in esteem that just happened. But instead, it is my esteem for Justin Robert Young that has reached a new peak, because I do not understand how you did not. I mean, happy hour friends. This is how much we love you. Is that Justin did not tell this to me instantly?
It was all I wanted to do was just retweet it because I saw it come through, and I knew that you wouldn't get it because the retweet was from Greg Gutfeld of Fox News of all people. So I don't know. I didn't know if you followed him, but I was like, okay, well, that's true. Then I know you didn't see it because you don't look at everybody.
Ding ding.
But I was like, oh shit, this is so out of left field. I know that the chat realm isn't going to immediately jump on it. Like I'm just going to save this. I'm going to package it up. And the one way it goes wrong is if I'm like, did you know that Colin Robinson is K-Stress? And you were like, oh yeah.
How long? How many hours? How many hours?
Oh God, I saw this like at 8 o'clock my time. So I've sat on this like all day, like an egg.
So tasty.
What a gift.
Oh, that's amazing because he's being an energy vampire on TV and he's just eating it up.
I'll be honest.
And also, I just love the fact that
in fact, it was
he put this out today, introducing people that are, I'm sure, fans of what we do in the shadows, as like, LOL, guys, look at this prank I did when I was young. When I'm like, oh my God, you're the K-Straws? You're the K-Straws.
Yeah, like that just made him all that better. Now, help me out.
Yes.
Do the vampires get drained by him?
Yes, that's what's special about energy vampires is that they're the only vampire that can eat other vampires.
Okay, why did they let him in the house? Like,
He pays rent.
okay.
Yeah. Well, I assume you haven't seen the most recent episode. The most recent episode's very Colin Robinson centric.
No. As a matter of fact, we rewatched the first 4 last night. Penny's finally on board, and what it took was the difference from season 1 to season 2. Like she watched a few of season 1, and it was too, adult heady or whatever. But then like season 2, I'm like, hey, for what it's worth, they really dive into the supernatural in season 2. She's like, all right, you have my attention. She's really been enjoying it. We've rewatched all of them.
Yeah, I will give you this one line, simple premise. Colin Robinson is offered a promotion.
Oh, okay. I'm in.
Okay.
I'd imagine there's a lot of factors to work out with that. I mean, everything from healthcare to, what happens when you go up the corporate ladder? Is what we're doing judicious to the female? I played Miss Monopoly once, and it made me wonder if everything was fair.
Oh, my God. I'm so pumped that you didn't know he was K-Straws.
Oh my God. No. That is the best gift I've been given all day. And that's
like,
amazing.
That's like finding out that, one of the Westworld actors was Nyan Cat.
Yes. Oh my God. So good.
Oh, wow.
So a whole week. What did we learn this week? Oh, you know what? Of this week, one of the things that I remember the most is having doubts about whether or not Night Attack or Happy Hour was taking something away from Night Attack proper. But goddamn, if Tuesday's episode wasn't so much fun and so good. I really dug it.
I mean, I think that there's a lot. I mean, the tech stuff is really the big thing, right? Like as soon as we got that kind of cleared up, and I feel Bryce isn't here to hiss at me when I say that things have been going well. So, but I think by and large, it's there was that. I think it does take something out of you when you're like trying to like gut through something that happy hours are really, really fun, but they are, literally like 2.5x the work that we would normally put into the Night Attack channel. And
wait, 2.5x. Oh, you mean in terms of hours?
Time. Yeah. And so it's like, it was like a bummer when the tech stuff was there. And I think that was like part of the we're putting in the effort. We know everything's working. It's just a matter of everything kind of getting out there, but you can have that emotionally sort of eat at your brain. But now that it's like rocking, I'm like, dude, everything is clicking. The more we're together, the more we're hanging out, the more we're, got the energy clicking. Like that's it for me, man. That's what I like.
Yeah. I tried to explain to Bonnie the Amy Grant bit out of context, and it didn't land. Like there's no way to describe that moment and that whole jag that we went on.
Oh God. Do you want to, Brian, fucking mini Alzheimer's alert? Like I can barely even remember the Amy Grant bit.
We were talking about
We're
Corona.
talking about that too.
Corona was a Euro dance group that had a song, Rhythm of the Night, but also a song, Baby, which got us talking.
The Amy Grant Baby.
That's right.
Baby.
So we talked about hey, that was that moment that Amy Grant was trying to cross over into secular rock with a chaste love story, and trying to come up with lyrics. 3 of the 4 I was able to come up with were Christian related, and then the 4th was about sucking a dick. And then we decided that her manager said, all right, listen, you can have this and you can have the other one, but we're gonna meet in the middle. It's gonna be just baby.
Oh man,
I
Amy
really
Grant.
don't remember that song at all.
You don't remember baby, ba ba da 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 da, ba beetle doodle boodle doodle doodle. Stop for a minute, baby. I'm so glad you're mine.
Very nice.
Remember that one? was it. It was-
Let's stop for a minute. Oh, there she is in her plain white tee and a jacket with shoulder pads. Her hat doesn't quite look as good as mine, but she's getting a present that was supposed to be for somebody else.
Bonnie's like, oh, look at her inferior hat. That's adorable. Oh my God.
All right.
This one did not get a lot of play in the Valley, I guess.
It didn't. Well, no, that's what we were saying is that it's like, it really could. I mean, she was a Christian.
Surprise
pop
Will
star.
Ferrell, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, look at that.
He's like, whoa.
It's like if Will Ferrell were Bebop or Rocksteady. I forget which one has the bandana.
Now, you know the songs that I remember being played over and over again was, okay, so I'm on, Rio Grande Valley.
Yep.
It's on the border of Texas and Mexico. Yep. And so, Low Rider.
Yeah.
A little higher. Got played
I mean, that was
nonstop.
Now, hold on. And
On,
at
like,
what time?
radio?
Because that came out like in the 70s.
Oh yeah, but no, they didn't. They have never stopped playing it because it's all about the lowrider. Today it's on repeat. In fact, they never actually turn it off.
I don't blame
It
them,
is
man.
in the background.
That shit is a fucking jam.
while other
It's a
songs
banger.
get played. Yeah,
on, man.
no. This is pretty much a constant.
Come on.
More cowbell, right?
Dude, that's one of the great bass grooves of all time.
Yeah.
There was some rap song that sort of used that as its hook.
I'm
something
sure.
really-
Yeah.
There's a great website that like tracks all the samples. Like you can you can search by Lowrider and find all the songs that have sampled it. But I'll bet you that's probably among the most, because it does have a cultural relevance beyond lowrider culture. Obviously, very important to rap music as well. And it just is like the tastiest, funkiest goddamn bass groove of all time.
It's pretty great. But my favorite thing was every now and then, like we would head home from church, and then my mom hated it. My dad went out and he's just like, man, we have to sell your kind of sexy car, and now you're gonna drive a Lincoln. And she's just like, what? And he like gave her zero choice about it. It was just like, no.
Sorry.
you
True
are
or false? Was your mom ever gifted a copy of Parker Brothers' Ms. Monopoly? Did
Because
she?
maybe things would have been different.
Maybe she didn't realize she had agency in what she needed to do.
And that's the thing, is she has zero agency in her car selection for a good 12 years. So she was driving this Lincoln. It was really big and black, and it was supposed to be nice, but then she really kind of resented the fact that she was just told she had to drive it. And anyways, and so
I'll tell you what, how nice a car could you hate if you were told you had to drive it? Do you think you could hate a Lamborghini?
oh, I would.
Oh, I'm going to give you a Lamborghini. I'm going to force you to drive it.
I really don't like cars like that. I think they're a little skeezy.
Well, the issue with the Lamborghini or any of those cars is that they just break constantly, right? Like that they are these like high performance vehicles that like you constantly need to take to the shop.
Constantly in the shop.
Well, I have a truck that will probably constantly be in the shop, and I'm happy with it. However, a Lamborghini, I'd be like, I don't know. But anyways, we'd head home, and then sometimes there would be a lowrider parade, the cars with the ups and
Bunch of cars cruising, or
Yeah,
you talking
it
about
was
bunch
like-
Hydraulics, the hydraulics.
the
is what you-
hydraulics, like
yeah.
on Sundays forever, right in front of the junior high,
Now, when
which was our way
this?
home.
Because the first time I
Yeah.
ever even saw that would have been like 1990 or 91. Like was this in the 90s or 80s? I guess
It would have been late 80s. So
it was already a thing in the 80s, and I never
Yeah,
saw
so
it
there were
until
lights.
hip hop videos.
there were lights, and there were definitely hydraulics, but nobody would go anywhere because they're all showing everything off. So you'd just be stuck for half an hour, and my mom and her Lincoln going, "Oh my God, like I don't belong." It's just so funny.
Had she ever considered getting hydraulics on the Lincoln? I mean, because
I mean,
the
that would have
Lincoln
been
would be
amazing.
there. Yeah.
Maybe she
And
would have
She's just
liked it
flipping
better.
switches like fucking three-wheel motion.
That's one of those things where it's like you spend a little bit of money. It's sort of like there was a hot fad in the 80s where you would buy a mannequin and put it in the passenger seat so that you could drive in
in
the HOV lane.
Yeah.
So that would be the equivalent is you spend a little bit of money. You don't have to wait for the parade. You just sort of groove on in, hit up and down a few times and you're good.
Right. And God forbid one of us be trapped in the line and we have to pee or something. It's just like, oh my God, shut up. slap.
So there's this thing now where old groups or old shows are reuniting to like do script reads.
Yeah.
So Community's doing one. Looks like Spaced is going to do one.
Now, are they doing them as script reads, or are they doing the Parks and Rec thing where they come up with a thin conceit?
No, this
to make
is
it
like
happen?
they're going to read an old script as actors that will be obviously doing the characters as they would during a script read. So it's like that you can dial it up or dial it down, but there's no costumes. I guess that's really the big thing is that they're not going to worry about like getting into costumes or shaving
like,
facial hair or getting a haircut.
If you want this to be a real show, just close your eyes. Otherwise, hello, welcome to our table read.
Basically, yeah. Is there any show that you would be excited? Because all these things are charity driven, right? But is there a show where you'd be like, oh shit, that's doing it? I'm with it.
You know what's funny is the ones that came to mind instantly are the ones that would be least compatible with it, like Mr. Show or Tenacious D or whatever. It's like
Mr. Show is doing one.
Oh,
for the
wow.
record. Or maybe already did one.
Huh.
But yeah.
Okay.
We talked about doing something similar with the just a long time ago, and I'm sure Brian's already forgotten it, but I love Lucy.
Oh
I was
no,
like,
we've talked about this on the show. I think
Oh,
on
have
Happy
we?
Hour,
Okay.
or maybe I was just maybe it was Andrew Heaton I was talking about recently.
I don't know.
We were talking about playing out an I Love Lucy script live on Twitter.
Yeah.
This has been an idea for you for forever. Yeah.
So as a matter of fact, what's funny is the next thing I thought of was Battlestar Galactica, but we already got that wish in that Portlandia sketch.
Oh yeah.
Up to and including Ronald D.
No,
Moore.
apparently Lon Mix says the Battlestar Galactica did a table read of 33.
Well,
so these are all happening.
Would you want to see a classic thing redone, or would you want to see something, a spec script? Or
Classic.
something?
When the magic's gone, the magic's gone. If we're going to fuck nostalgia, let's just be honest about it. Let's not put a bow on nostalgia's head and be like, no, this is new. It's like, no, everybody's moved on. Chris Pratt's not putting the same effort that he would be into this that he would when he was starting his career. Just go read an old script. Everybody has a fun time. You can stop and tell an old story of like, oh, when we shot this, I couldn't believe. Funny thing was, like, give a little bit of behind the scenes, a little bit of you're doing the voice. Like, I think the table read is perfect.
Yeah, I think the best table read anything I ever saw was, do you remember that Space Ghost table read?
Oh, I don't know. No, I don't think so.
So they showed an episode of Space Ghost Coast to Coast, and remember, in a half-hour block, there would be 2 15-minute segments. I believe it was the Conan O'Brien episode, and let me see, Conan, and after the episode, they showed the full table read of the same episode that you just watched, complete with all the maybe I do it this way or whatever. I mean, it was, and this is kind of in a certainly pre-YouTube, almost a pre-internet access to that kind of thing. Man, if anyone could find me a link to that, it was surreal and awesome to see.
So there's no.
Did they work in the words?
No
panty
show
pudding?
that you would want to. Yeah, it was panty pudding involved. So there's no show that you would, especially in your 80s deep dive. Is there any show that you've been watching?
I saw a good one in the chat, the Love Boat. Like, that'd be hilarious.
Love Boat.
Yeah, I mean, Love Boat was a little before my time, so I don't quite have the hook into.
I mean,
there,
the problem, of course, is like half the things I'm thinking of. I'm like, they're all dead. Like Larry Sanders' show. Like, I love
be hard.
I'm really digging Larry Sanders, but it's like All the good ones are dead,
Aw.
and the rest are canceled. Like I don't
all right,
know how
all
to.
right, but
Are you
here's
saying
the
for
other
us to
side of
do,
this.
or the?
Oh no, to watch. If
Oh,
watch.
to watch.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. No, Bonnie, I would love to do a Love Boat script. If we were to do
No,
I
I think that would be hilarious
yeah,
if
that'd be
we
really funny.
did that as a.
No, but all right, but here's the other way to go with that, Bri. Like, would you want the like Harmontown crew to read a Larry Sanders script?
Oh
Mm.
my God!
To take
yes.
that, yeah.
Yes, a million times. Yes, a million times. Yes. Which, by the way, I believe Jeff B. Davis is doing a new podcast. Did I see that right? Jeff B.
What if,
Davis podcast.
What about darn, I had a good one.
You got it. You got this.
$1 Million Man.
Jeff, I just searched Jeff B. Davis, and it just brings up his Twitter, and it just says, "Lockdown update. Led Zeppelin, still annoying."
Let's see. So, Quantum Leap.
Oh shit.
Now, would you want? I guess you could. You could get the original talent to do all that. Ziggy says.
Yeah. Fucking Bacula's not doing shit.
Yeah. Ziggy says we can make some money if we read this script. Come on. Oh
Hey.
boy.
Fundar Extravagant Lifestyle. That's our fundraiser.
Extravagant lifestyle.
I have no idea. I don't know anything. about it.
No, somebody made the point that we could get a transcript of an old BB live show, and we could do a table read of an old BB live show.
We would have to do it cold, and it'd have to be cleaned up because
That's the key.
We're
the key
still
is that it
not
would have to
great.
be cleaned up.
We're still not great, and at least we recognize all of our semantic crutches, all of our restarts, all of our stuttering, and all that stuff. We at least see it and feel it now. But like that was an age where we were just happy to be talking and making noises on a microphone, and there's a lot of noises that are not part of the story.
Look at me. I'm banging a drum.
All right, yeah. Then I guess it would have to be something else. Like what? I don't know what would be a good like episode of
We
or
should
some
do-
old franchise.
We should do a Scooby Doo. Like an
Scooby-Doo
old-
would be good.
Like that'd be really fun if we did that.
I would love to do it as a bit where we don't know what we're doing. We're just
Oh,
given
yeah.
a genre
With
and names are redacted.
Yeah.
And we just have to roll with it. And after maybe, 3-5 pages, 3 to 5 minutes, we have to guess what the fuck we just played out.
that is
And it could be like,
hilarious. I like that.
And if it's TV, then even if we've seen it, there's a good chance that we've forgotten about it. It won't be these iconic
Oh,
lines.
yeah.
That
Yeah,
would
no,
be
totally.
fun.
That would be fun. A table read of the Bad Romance broadcast on
Oh,
the SMW show.
I know what it has to be. WRP Cincinnati.
WKRP.
Whatever. I remember
The
it
W
that
stands
way.
for
That
whatever.
too, that
That'd be interesting. By the way, I tried to find the Bad Romance video the other day, and I think it's been effectively scrubbed from easy to find internet.
Bad Romance?
Yeah.
Wait, it was.
Melissa, that was her name.
Melissa's will be done.
That's right. The do you not remember the Bad Romance video, where it was just the right amount of awkward and high effort but low.
Because it was for a school project.
Yes, correct. And she was helping a friend out, so she's kind of phoning it in. But there was obviously a lot of effort put in on it. It made this amazing chef's kiss of what am I looking at? Is this supposed to be taken seriously or not? And we kicked snow down a mountain and an avalanche rolled down.
We sat on that
Yeah.
video for months because we were like, this is the female Star Wars kid.
Yeah.
You just know it when you see it. And we fucking sat on it, and it was one episode where we were just fucking out of shit to talk about. And I
We had-
can't remember
We
whether
had
or not
Cargill on and
Cargill was on, and I don't know whether it was like a panic, we need something, or somebody asked for a viral video, or like it was one of those with Brian and I where like there's like a subtle like, oh, are we gonna like kind of tease? Like, or I'm like half teasing, and then Brian's like, well, I'll half tease too. And then next thing you know, we're like, fuck it, let's do it.
Oh, we're doing it.
I forget where I saw it, but it was one of those Twitter links that just flat out said like, so anyway, this is the next Star Wars kid. And I saw it, I'm like, that is not a joke, and that is definitely going to happen. And then like a month or two later, I was like, why didn't that happen? Did this really escape the internet's attention? And then we thought we were being merry pranksters, and then we were reminded that the internet's a horrible place, and that human beings have to read all that terrible shit that people write about them.
That stinks.
Yeah.
By the way, you leave a YouTube comment, people.
Make sure to like and subscribe.
Yeah. Say nice things.
All right. All right, we're at the hour, which just reminds me of this, Jim.
Yeah, but I kind of have breaking news. This may literally be the last time you see me in this shirt. They are going in a different direction, and it's a direction without me. And am I angry about this, Kyle? Yes, I am.
Well, let's. How about you show us some yo-yo demonstrations? I mean, you are the yo-yo champ. You brought a yo-yo with you, right?
I actually last night what I did was I came up with one named after the station.
Really? Oh, really?
Yes.
So what it's called the KQTV.
KQTU.
KQTV.
Or two.
KQ2.
There you go.
I
Same
got
one.
Yeah.
brain fart.
We go by two different things.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and show the KQ2 yo-yo move.
See, you have the up and down.
Okay.
Okay, pretty basic.
And then.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, right?
Okay, let's see.
How long have you been practicing yo-yo?
Since oh god,
Since you were younger?
When did Schubert Dip come out?
Oh, I don't know.
Because it was my first one was to that.
Yeah.
My first
Well, the up and down is the basic move. I mean, that's
basic.
pretty basic. Are you gonna? Don't hurt yourself. Oh. A clip?
Oh, it's so much better knowing it's Colin Robinson.
No, we don't have a clip. That's a clip of what you've done before.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick break. You kind of wrap that up, but basically, K-Strass is what you go by.
Yep, and then I'm going to be up in Omaha.
Okay. All right, well, thank you for coming on. We appreciate it.
Just tell us a little bit about how you got
The 21st.
The 21st, exactly.
Oh my
and
God,
we'll
I
be
can't. I can't. I just want to find
cities, and we are giving out yo-yos to the homeless, and it's called Yo-Yos for Hobos. And what we think it does is it gives them some confidence, and it gives them something that's fun.
Right.
And I think they enjoy helping the environment. And you know, if only one of them ends up on like the pro circuit, then my job is done.
Now you mentioned the pro circuit. How long have you actually been in response when?
For number ones, you don't need to flush all the time.
And it's a good way to save water. And of course, considering the water rates going up, you're going to save yourself some money in the long way.
Exactly, a lot of drought and a lot of issues with global warming.
Okay, well I'll tell you what.
I think this is the best one.
The kids, I'll get into the room and the kids will be running around and
Right.
they'll be all excited. And so I try to start things off on their level and try to hook them with something like a rap.
Okay.
So it's and it's kind of clever because it includes me.
Okay.
And it goes, hey, they're up in the sky. It's the K-Strass, the yo-yo guy. And then I do the yo-yo-yo, you know, and I get them going and I get them into it.
Okay.
And so once I do that, they are ready to learn.
Okay, so you're ready to do the trick then? I tell you what, I'm going to get out of the way here, and I'm going to get K-Strass. Go ahead and take it away.
And I usually have like a headpiece for this. No, for effect.
Okay.
Because I act like I'm in a Blue Angel.
Okay.
So I say, air traffic control, we are ready for takeoff. All right, 10-4, guys, let's roll.
He's just spinning him around in a circle.
So you get that one going. Oops, lost one. And then we're going and we get worrying and we're like, all right, everybody, let's take it down to the ground and we'll get into a Huey. And we get going. Oops. All right, everyone, we're gonna switch it off here and let's bring it back home for a clean landing. 10-4.
That's it.
to the ground.
Just kill it. Oh my God. Oh, that's so good.
Colin Robinson.
Oh my God. All right, man. Thank you to everybody who joined us for an entire week of happy hour. You guys are the best people on the planet. We're gonna keep showing up as long as you guys keep putting up with our horse shit. We love you guys. Yep.